Hey guys, it's Moogalore here, and I'm back again with another video. And this video is a bit different. I guess you could say this video is a bit more personal because I want to catch you guys up with what I've been up to as far as gaming is concerned. Because the last time we talked is that I've really been in a dilemma of where I'm at as far as gaming is concerned. Because this is 2018, and 2018 we already have a list of games, because 2017 was already awesome with the lineup of games that we've been getting, but 2018 has been starting off really well as far as gaming is concerned. We have Monster Hunter World, we have the CD of Final Fantasy, we have Dragon Ball FighterZ that just dropped, all around the same time, and then we got Ni no Kuni that's going to be released next week. So there's been a crap ton of games, and then we have announcements of some remakes and some ports coming to the Nintendo Switch, and then of course we have Smash Brothers Switch coming. So we have E3 with a bunch of news coming up, and I'm really looking forward to that as far as games concerned. Then we have God of War for PS4 that I believe is coming around in April, and we already seen some leaked footage of that game, and that game also looks awesome. So, but in this video, I just want to just share with you guys what games I've been playing, or what game I've been playing lately as of now. If you guys haven't been on my Discord channel, I advise you guys to go check it out. I'll leave that in the link in the description below, because I've been pretty much having great discussions with my Discord group. These guys are really awesome, and I really enjoy having fun with everybody on the Discord channel. A lot of love, a lot of support there, and we just get along and have a good time. Well, we had this discussion about what games we've been been playing on our own, having a blast in and everything. So I had this question whether or not what I should do as far as completing my games, because I was saying to myself, if I want to get through this backlog of games that needs to get done so I can move on to the next games right away, should I just play one game at a time, or should I play multiple games at a time? And I asked my Discord group, what should I do? And they pretty much gave me a 50-50, saying that, hey, if you just want to play one game, just play one game, but if you can play multiple games, play multiple games. So I thought to myself that after a while trying to crunch down one game at a time, I do get bored of the game, and then wind up going on back to creating more YouTube content and other things that keeps me entertained and stuff like that. So I figured, say, why not do two different games? But the limit that I gave myself is, and the criteria that I gave myself to play more than one game, is the fact is that if I am going to play more than one game and try to complete it, they have to be of different genres. So I think that'd be the easy way to do it, because I think it doesn't make sense to do a bunch of different turn-based RPGs or RPGs that takes a lot of your time, and then you'll never get anything done. So at this time, I decided to say, hey, I had bought Nier Automata, because that's the game I decided that I really wanted to play. I've been putting it off for some time. I had bought the game at launch and never opened it. It'd been in the plastic, so I finally got around to playing it. So I'm already currently playing Secret of Mana Remake, and I'm almost done that game. So I'll say, you know what, since I'm almost done this game, I might as well get on to Nier and get into it. And I can say one thing: I've opened it, I played it, and I'm playing it right now. And I really enjoyed the hell out of this game. And the thing was, like, I'm not surprised. I knew I was going to like the game from what I saw. It looks visually, it looks beautiful. But once I got into the game and held the controller in my hand, and the game started, and I knew I was in for a trip, is for the simple fact is, once the game started, and you start off in like a combat mecha type of jet, and soon the game comes on, it doesn't hold your hand as far as tutorial is concerned. I got into the game, and next thing you know, the action just started right away. And then it has the little icons that shows what buttons to press in order to control your mecha spacecraft. And soon the game starts, I'm into I guess you could say, a top-down shooter. Now, I think that's pretty interesting, is that this game has a blend, and it has a mixture of different gameplay elements. At one point, you're playing like a top-down shooter, and then your ship turns into a mecha, and it has this R-type feel to it. And then from that point, it switched into like an action-adventure role-playing game, and which I think that's also pretty cool. And then after that, it switched to like a 2D perspective. So now you're playing a 2D platformer. I think that's really interesting, and I see why this game has been critically acclaimed by most gamers, because I think this game is pretty awesome. And from what I've been playing so far, is, like I said before, the game doesn't hold your hand. So I found myself having a difficult time trying to get used to the controls, because there's so many different things that you can do, so many different combinations, that at one point you hold R1 and you have your little robot shoot the gun. So you could actually hold it down by holding R1, and while you hold R1 and have the your little robot on your little robot partner shoot, you can still attack with the square and the triangle button from your light attacks to your heavy attacks. Well, your light attacks is dependent on if you have a light weapon in your hand, which I think is pretty cool, is because you can create different type of combos depending on the type of weapon that you have. So your weapons are broken into like these different classes. You have your light weapon, you have your heavy weapon, you have your arm bracers, which you can use your hands, and then you have your spears. So depending on what item or what weapon that you have on your left or your right hand determines the type of strike it is. So at the beginning I had the katana, and then I had the bigger katana blade. So she can swing, 2B can swing with her light attacks. Then I had it on the triangle button, which is her second hand, and she used her heavy attacks and stuff. And the cool thing about it is you can have 2 different weapon sets, as I know of, that I know of right now. I'm not sure if there's going to be other weapon sets, but there's 2 weapon sets that you can equip different weapons on. So you can actually rotate between the different weapon sets to increase, like, to capitalize and increase your combos. So while you're comboing with weapon set 1, you use a directional pad, tap it up or down to switch to weapon set 2, and you can combo right into that weapon set. Which I think it can definitely get complex when the game gets really crazy as far as the combat is concerned. So there's a lot of adjustments that I have to do. And then on top of that, you have your special attacks when you press L1, where your little robot buddy shoots a special attack. So not only can I attack and hold the R1 button and shoot, I can also use L1 to shoot my special attack. And then L2 has a lock-on system. So that is also pretty cool at the same time. So it's getting used to the controls and the combat, because it really doesn't show you anything unless you go to the tutorial menu, but the game itself doesn't hold your hand. So I spent my time actually going through the game, figuring out different combinations and figuring out the best play style for me. And another feature what I found interesting, I wouldn't say like it has a Dark Souls type thing to it, but it has an online feature to where where other players, when they die, other players' bodies, or I guess you say synthetic bodies, appear on the game and they're dead. You can either revive them, and if you revive them, or I guess you could say repair them. If you repair them, those bodies would get up and they would join your party and they can help fight alongside you. Or you can take the body and you can pretty much extract those bodies and take the experience points or whatever drops that body had from that player, which I do most of the time, because especially when combat gets hectic and I'm low on health anyway, I take their body, I absorb it, extract whatever things that they had equipped to them, and it also increases my health, and I get loot. So I do that more often than anything. I never really had them fight by my side, and I think when you do revive them and everything, it doesn't, the character or that synthetic body doesn't follow you into the next zone. Because I found myself climbing down into the sewer, and I noticed that synthetic body that I wasted by repairing it didn't follow me into the sewer. So when I made it to the next zone or the next map, it wasn't there. So I kind of wasted it. I could have just absorbed it and extracted the elements from it. So that kind of sucked. But other than that, the game is pretty challenging. Now, I know a lot of you guys said normal mode is not that challenging. Look, I haven't really played action adventure games that much at all in a very long time. I've just been doing fighters for the past couple years, and games I can pick up and play real quick. But it's been a while, and it's very refreshing to play an action adventure RPG such as Nier Automata, because I'm really enjoying it. And just by looking at the plot and how the game starts off, I can see that this game, as far as plot wise, maybe a head herder. You know, like, this game is really strange, but it really has my attention, because I don't know where this is going to go, but it really captivated me and everything, knowing the fact that 2B and 9S, they especially 2B, she don't really want to show her affectionate side, or I guess you could say her human side of her. And now we're going against these robots and everything, and now these robots are showing some form of humanity. And it's really tripping out 2B and 9S, because 9S is trying to convince 2B that, hey, don't, ignore these robots. These robots, they may be acting like they have humanity to them, but these robots could be just tricking us. And now, as we dive deeper into the planet and, searching around Earth, we found a village full of like robots that actually have a civilization, have an ecosystem, and an economy to itself. So they're acting more human. So now it's confusing 2B and 9S now, because now the humans are actually getting along with these robots. So it's kind of like really interesting, because I don't know where this is going, because the humans had created 2B in them to fight their battle because of the invasion that happened on Earth over a couple thousand years ago, and now these same robots that these androids are designed to fight against are now having, for some reason, a heart, some humanity. So I'm really conflicted. The two characters are really conflicted at what's going on, and that's what's keeping me intrigued with the storyline, especially when the two robots had pretty much, when the robots had got together and pretty much gave birth to an android that's similar to 2B and 9S. So I wonder what's that all about. So that really got me really got me intrigued, and I can't wait to see where this plot is going to take me. And also, there's side quests to the game, so it really has traditional RPG elements into it. So my goal is I want to level grind it out for a bit, and I want to try to tackle as many quests as possible that I can possibly do before I move on and progress through the story, because that's the type of dude I am. Like, I always want to be fully prepared. I don't want to run into areas where I know I can't handle and make the game super difficult for me. So I really want to level up real quick and just try to handle as many quests. Try to get as many upgrades for my weapons, and also power-ups for my little droid partner thingy that I have. But I'm really liking this game. So hopefully I can get through this game as quickly as possible as well, so I can be able to move on to my other incomplete games, or games I haven't finished. Because if you guys don't know, I also have bought Sword Art Online, called Fatal Bullet. That's what it's called. I bought that as well, and it's still in the plastic. I bought that at launch, so maybe if I get through this, maybe I may pop that in and actually play that next. So I'm proud you guys may like to see me play that. So I like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below about that. But that pretty much wraps everything up for this video. Just want to keep you guys informed and let you guys know what I've been playing. And the question is, I want to know what you guys been up to and what games you guys have been playing. Have you guys have a huge backlog of games that you need to complete, or have you been completing them at a I guess you could say at a steady pace and everything? And what games are you looking forward to playing in the coming months? Because Ni no Kuni is coming out next week, and I already reserved it, so that's another game to add to my collection, which I'll probably won't be able to get to right away, especially with my Xenoblade Chronicles Collector's Edition for the Switch that I bought that I haven't opened yet, and I dare not touch that game right away. That game is massive, so I'll leave that game to way later. But that wraps everything up. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment sections below. If you have a topic for you like for me to discuss, make sure you leave that in the comment section below. And please, I inform you guys to please check out my Discord channel or my Discord group. I'll leave that in the link in the description below, so you can get together and just chat it up with other gamers and matchmaking play games together and stuff. I think that's pretty cool that we have our own Mugen TV community for everybody just to get along and everything. So this is Mugen Lord signing off. See you game fiends later. Peace out.